So I'm trying something new today, and that is doing this video 3 times. I think today is the first time that I'm doing it 3 times. But I just have Sorry, that was disgusting. I have it was a piece of skin on my lip. It's a habit. Me. Okay, I'll explain it. So just for a second, I was like, do I even bother to explain this? But if I hesitate and if I don't explain, then I'm going to keep at this mentality of kind of not doing it, not pushing to do something, and I'm putting a lot of thought into something like this, which just kind of reflects the kind of mental state that I'm currently at. It's, a lot too many unnecessary thinking, too much unnecessary thoughts running on top of my head. It's a bad habit. Just ripping a dead skin off of my lips and then eating it unconsciously, habitually. It's a bad thing. So I'm gonna try to stop. I'm thinking of stop recording and making another video, but no. Anyways, oh, by the way, I got instead of cake, I'm going back to my chocolate milk cravings. I don't know if I've ever drank chocolate milk on my videos, at least on this channel. I don't think I've ever done. Maybe I have, like last August or September. I don't know. I haven't gotten these in the longest time. I think it's been a few months, maybe 5 months, 4 or 5 months. So yeah. Anyways, that was just me rambling for close to 3 minutes. I'm gonna get my my glasses, and we can start the third session. No, give me 1 second. I was rewatching Howl's crap. What was the title? Howl's Flying Castle? Howl's something castle? Or is it Howl's Castle? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's 3 words. I'm pretty sure it's Howl's Flying Castle. But anyways, wait, is it? Oh my god. I gotta search it up now. Howl's Moving Castle, not flying. Okay, the reason why I said flying was because spoiler alert, there's a scene with the castle flying. That scene is so engraved in my memory. It's one of my favorite scenes from the movie. Watching the movie and just imagining the amount of work that went into the animation, the sound effects, the OSTs, everything. I'm not even gonna mention the story writing. It's incredible. Like it's insane. And a little TMI, I've never watched the movie. I've never watched. I think I've only watched 2 of Miyazaki's movies, The Boy and the Heron, and this one, Howl's Moving Castle. And how's Moving Castle? I think I watched it for the first time last month. Can you believe that? No. And when I watched it for the first time last month, it's absolutely just, well, I didn't understand the story, and I think I no, excuse me. Well, I yeah, let me finish that part first, and then I'll go on to my next part. I think that's what the director intended, for people to not really understand what's going on. Um, but that was something that I loved about it, in my opinion, because um, it was like I was watching a dream. You know, when dreams don't really make sense, but it's beautiful. You know, the colors are beautiful. It gives you that. If you feel something in your dreams, is what I'm trying to say. Um, you feel grief, you feel hatred, then you feel desperation, to happiness, anxiety. All you feel everything. Fear. I think that's the impression that I got when I watched the movie. It was an amazing experience, and it's just it's so beautiful, but at the same time, it just makes me so sad because it's so beautiful. Shoot. God. All right. Anyways, let's start. Something is off about this chocolate milk. It's delicious. Let me get that. Let me just get that out of the way. It's delicious, but it's a little bit more watery, and it isn't as sweet. Mm, yeah, it's definitely watery. It doesn't have that heaviness, the creaminess that I expected from the chocolate milk. Yeah, doesn't. You know how narcissistic I just sounded? I mean, what I thought. I thought, oh my god, this is just, oh my god. I don't know what is wrong with me. Maybe I'm just feeling a little chatty today, and I want to talk about things that's just hidden away here. I thought, for a second, I was like, hmm, maybe I have, um maybe my sense of taste is pretty okay. It's pretty okay to the level maybe I can be a taste tester to distinguish like the differences of products, if it's good or not, or if it's, decent enough to sell. That kind of narcissistic like crap. I don't know. Got me sad. The movie got me real sad. Howl's Moving Castle got me so sad. So I'm reading about Coca-Cola, and get this. This is what Time said. According to Time, Coke placed few demands on the provider communities that supported it. The company could grow without consequence for centuries to come, and the world would be a better place because of it. Yeah. Okay. Well, what about obesity? What about diabetes? The dissolution of self sustainment helped Coca Cola justify its expansion into communities around the world. The company was an invited guest in many international polities, polities, international polities, because it was seen as a low cost enterprise that would stimulate local economies. Few stopped to consider what the company asked of them, thinking only of what they could ask of the company. The promise of big profits for little cost was more fiction than fact. As much as they were producers, they required natural resources in order to survive. Over time, Coke placed heavy demands on ecologies around the world. It was an organic machine whose perpetual growth was contingent upon the extraction of abundant supplies of natural, fiscal, and social capital in the places where it operated. Like like many other people across the world, I benefited from what Coke's profits provided, but had only a vague notion of how those profits were generated. This book was an attempt to understand the demands Coke placed on provider communities that placed its needs for the last 128 years, an attempt to examine Citizen Coke as a consumer rather than as a producer. It was as much a historical quest as a journey to understand the economic and ecological reality behind all that Coke I drank growing up. This is a little confession, but I had a soft, well, not soft drink, but I did have a soda addiction. Well, no, not even a soda. Okay, it was either Pepsi or Coke, but mostly Coke. I had a really bad Coke addiction back in my college days. Like I would drink like 4 to 6 cans a day. That's a lot. That's a lot of sugar, a lot of calories. Oh my god. Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. And it wasn't even like a one-time thing. It wasn't even like once or twice a week kind of thing. It was literally an everyday thing. I'm not even kidding. Like every day. On the low days, I would maybe have about 3 cans, but on the good days, I would have at least six. Like imagine that, 6 cans of soda. I could never do it now. I can maybe do like 1 or 2 cans max. And it's crazy. Such a terrible habit. Ugh. So we're talking about. So the author says one of the reasons why. Well, what they say. One of the most important reasons. The easy answer is marketing. You know how when I think about Coke, I always think about the secret formula, how to make the drink. From what I heard, for Pepsi, its main competitor, um, an employee who works at a warehouse can, like not a regular employee, like a higher up, like a supervisor or something. I don't know. He probably has the formula for Pepsi, but then for Coke, oh, it's so secret. It's like it's that secret exclusivity. I think that image also helps a lot because people, they want to be part of something that is exclusive, and Coke kind of, knowing that not a lot of people can just make it out of their own on a whim, it gives them that, in my opinion, that bias, that they're drinking something exclusive, that they're drinking something that's, you know, they're getting their money's worth. Like it feels better. Like it feels better to drink it. It tastes better. That notion in itself gives the drinker already a bias that this is gonna be good. Like that kind of thing. I can't say what how the formula is. I don't know how complex it is, or I don't know how But it could literally be just like a really simple thing. But then there's just who knows. But that could also be a possibility that it's a really simple thing, and there's nothing really exclusive or unique about it. but they do it anyways because of, you know, like I said, it gives that sense of exclusivity. As the story goes. cramp on my ass area. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ouch. Holy shit! The 1800s was. They sold. They sold wine. A Bordeaux wine mixed with cocaine, enough cocaine to produce a noticeable buzz for habitual users. So imagine for people who've never freaking done cocaine before. Jesus Christ. I mean, these scammers, man. All this remedies and gin, all these health tonics and bogus shit. 3 years. Pemberton created the company in 1884, but then he died in 1887. Excuse me, 1891. 7 years, wow. So he first started selling it in 1884 and then he sold the company in 1891. And then a year later, in 1892, Candler officially incorporated the Coca-Cola Company with a capital T. Alright, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. Oh my god. Man, I wish, I wish we, I wish it's sad. It's so depressing. I'm only realizing how, reading is, for me right now, at least right now, reading is not as fun as, you know, as how it is for me when I listen to music. And I figure that it should be at this point because I'm 160 sessions in, and I'm still not. It's just I wouldn't say it's not fun, but it's also not very exciting. And I wish kind of like I had started to do this 10 years ago, instead of now. I wish I started doing this 10, 15 years ago when my brain was still very, what's that word? It's not flexible. It's like that. It's fluid. It's like malleable. It would have made reading a hell of a lot easier. All right, I'm giving myself 30 more seconds and I'll go back to reading. That's crazy. Anyways, that was my first. Well, I did do a 7-hour reading session like last year. But this was the first, I guess, third session, and continuously. I don't know if I can do it every day, to be honest with you. 3 times a day, maybe I can. I think 2 times a day I can do. 3 times, I don't know if it's possible. But anyways, thank you guys for reading with me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.